Hey, everybody, and welcome back. We're doing a deep dive today, and this time it's all about micro-segmentation.
Micro-segmentation.
And it's kind of like,
Yeah.
you know those little security bubbles you can put around your workloads?
Mm-hmm.
But it's way more than just your average network security, you know?
Right.
We're going to figure out how this thing actually works, why everyone's making such a fuss about it, and most importantly,
Yeah.
what's in it for you?
You know what's really interesting about micro-segmentation? It's like a direct answer
Okay.
to all the new threats out there.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head. It's not enough to have a firewall around your whole network anymore.
Right.
Not when applications are spread out everywhere.
Everywhere.
Basically.
Right.
The network perimeter is gone.
Yeah, so let's talk about those bubbles for a second.
Sure.
Those tiny zones you mentioned.
Yeah.
How does microsegmentation really make them happen?
Well, it's definitely a step up from the old way of doing network and application segmentation. Micro-segmentation, it lets you really lock things down at the workload level.
Okay.
Picture each app, each service,
Yeah.
tucked away in its own little security bubble.
Okay.
And get this, it's all virtual
Oh, wow.
using software.
So that brings us to SDN,
Right.
which seems to pop up everywhere these days.
Absolutely.
What's the connection with microsegmentation?
SDN, or software-defined networking, is the brains behind the operation.
Okay.
Think of it this way. You don't have to physically rewire your whole network every time you need to make a change.
Right.
With SDN, you control everything, the zones, the security policies, the traffic,
Okay.
all through software. No more messing with physical firewalls.
So it's all about, like, flexibility.
Flexibility and control. Yes.
So basically you're saying it's like having a whole team of, like, super organized bouncer, who can just adapt to anything, keep everything running smooth.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But wouldn't all those zones make things super complicated for, like, the IT team?
That's what you'd think, right?
Yeah.
But actually, SDN makes it all so much easier.
Really?
Yeah. Imagine a dashboard where you can see all your workloads and all the security settings. No more configuring each firewall one by one.
Right.
Just a few clicks and boom.
Wow.
Network-wide changes. Plus, a lot of SDN systems actually automate policy enforcement.
So less work for the IT team in the long run?
Way less. Yeah.
Okay, so microsegmentation, it makes the attack surface smaller, and it makes life easier for IT.
Exactly.
What's the catch?
Well, like anything, there are trade-offs. You
Right.
got to really understand your applications and how they all work together to
Yeah.
set up the right policies. It's a different way of thinking about network security, but
Okay.
honestly, the good stuff outweighs the challenges.
You mentioned more benefits.
Yeah,
We keep hearing lateral movement.
right.
What's that all about?
So picture this. Attacker slips into your network,
Oh, no.
maybe through a phishing email or something. Without microsegmentation, they can jump from system to system, spread like a virus, steal all your data.
Bad news.
Microsegmentation stops that. Each workload's isolated.
Okay.
So even if one gets compromised, the attacker's stuck in that little zone. They hit a wall.
Okay.
Can't move laterally, can't get to the rest of your network.
Like those security doors in spy movies.
Exactly.
Slam shut when the alarms go off.
Yep.
So we talked about the security side of things,
Yeah.
but you mentioned other benefits.
Yes.
What about compliance?
Compliance is a big one, especially with all the regulations like GDPR and HIPAA.
Right.
Microsegmentation helps you prove that you're really controlling sensitive data.
Okay.
Imagine you need to show an auditor that only the right people can access medical records. Microsegmentation lets you show them exactly which workloads have access and how it's all controlled.
Right.
It's all clear and documented, makes those audits a lot less stressful.
So less risk, easier compliance, and happier IT team.
You got it.
What's not to love?
Exactly. Microsegmentation is a total game changer, especially with how IT environments are changing.
Yeah.
It gives you that granular control you need to stay ahead of the bad guys, protect your data, and simplify your operations.
So to wrap things up,
Yeah.
we've learned that microsegmentation is not just a fancy security term.
Uh-huh.
It's a totally new way of thinking about protecting our IT systems.
Right, because they're getting more complex.
Yes.
And more spread out all the time.
So here's a final thought for everyone out there.
Okay.
When you think about your security plan,
Yes.
look closely at how your most important applications talk to each other
Uh-huh.
and ask yourself,
Okay.
are all those connections really necessary?
Good question.
That's how you'll know if microsegmentation is right for you.
Makes sense.
Keep those questions coming.
Yeah.
And as always, stay curious.
Always be learning.
See you next time.
Bye.